I think there may be a development, and it could be good news with this Royal Enfield Constellation that I've just about finished working on. As you can see there, we've got the spark plug out, and I did likewise on the other side, and that's looking a very healthy colour, as was the one on the other side, which is now back in. The reason I removed them was for access to those cylinder head nuts there, to get a ring spanner on them. And this all goes back to that little bit of oil that I've seen leaking and sort of gathering. I'll try and point with the screwdriver down there, which sort of concerned me a bit, because I thought it might be a crankcase joint or even a cylinder base gasket, and we all know what's involved in sorting such a leak out if it's that kind of thing. I just thought that I might as well, out of curiosity, and especially kick-starting it warm. I've just done a couple more rides that haven't been recorded on video, just through the village and out the other side, to see the guy who painted this machine and pay him what I owed him. And I noticed kick-starting it, you get that little sort of faint high-pitched squeak like you get when a head gasket is blowing, and I thought, oh, I'm pretty sure all the cylinder head nuts are tight, but there's no harm in checking. And believe it or not, the ones in there underneath the centre of the fuel tank that the head steady brackets mount to, on both cylinder heads, were loose. There's 4 of them, and I can only put my own hands up and say, yep, that was me. That's rather embarrassing. I thought I'd tighten them. I'm pretty sure I did, but they were certainly loose when I checked them just before. So I've tightened them up, and they went a good way, and I really hope and suspect that that could well be what's behind that weep there, which does actually seem to have been coming from the cylinder base area. And I'm hoping that the heads and barrels will be clamped down a lot tighter to the crankcase mouth now, as a result of me tightening those 4 up. The outer ones here, that one, and that one, and the same on the other side, were all tight and didn't move, but the 4 innermost ones went quite a long way. So there's quite a bit of scope and hope that that might have taken care of the oil leak. So what I'm going to do is I'll clean that up again with a rag, we'll get some more mileage on her, and see how that works out. I'm not going to say that that will be a fix, but it's highly possible. And another thing that's highly possible is if I find that the compression has disappeared, I might have to do the valve clearances again, because they're virtually zero anyway, and the cylinder heads may well have pulled down enough that when the valves are supposed to be shut, there could be quite a bit of weight on the push rods. But I'll soon find out whether I need to do that, and it's no disaster if I do have to deal with it. And then we should hopefully be sort of home and dry, and oil leak free even, if we're very lucky, fingers crossed.